The Good Buddies Anime Podcast is hosted by two rowdy, foul-mouthed American cowboys. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, good buddies, to the spooky dooky Halloween episode where we are breaking down and talking about what happened to the second season of one of our favorite shows on this Halloween spooktacular. I am your ghoul buddy Brandon.
I thought you were my good buddy Count Cockula.
Cockula?
I want to suck your dick.
No! No! I mean, definitely not that. No.
And I am. Yo, good buddy Roger. Yo, spooky, jokey boy.
Yes, all right. Well, we're here to talk about a show. I believe last week I described it as the 3Ds episode. It's got danger, demons, and disappointment.
Yep.
This is
pretty accurate.
We're talking about Promised Neverland Season 2. We'll be real with y'all. So Roger and me talked about it a little bit, and we have some slightly differing opinions on this show.
We don't totally agree with it, but
here's the thing.
I think what we do agree on, we both think that it was not good.
It was not great. I'll just say right now, I think it was actively bad.
Okay.
Whereas Roger, I believe you said it wasn't good, but it wasn't like real bad.
Yeah.
Which I get, I respect that. But that being the case, and you know, listen,
it took the shit, but it was not the diarrhea dump.
It was pretty bad. But listen, point is, y'all, we're not gonna do the no spoiler thing. We're just gonna talk about the show. You know, this came out winter this past year, so this is a full year ago it started.
Everybody has an opinion on this already that wants it. We're not gonna change anybody's mind.
Yeah. So, and like, you know, I believe what you said is we don't want a dogpile on this. We already know it's kind of shit.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna talk about it. We may or may not share some opinions on what we think happened, but listen, I'm not gonna lie. I fully intend on roasting this thing.
That's fine.
So that's gonna happen. But
you're gonna have to, because I have far less to say about it.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're not gonna do a straight up review on this one. We're not going to give it scores, but if we were to do that, it would fall somewhere between either a 0, which is a...
that's an and maybe not.
Or a 10, which is a...
And amazing.
Tell you right now, it's definitely on the low end of that scale for me.
I have it as a solid and a meh.
Like right in the middle?
Yeah, I think it falls at about a 3, or... I think 3.5 is probably pretty accurate. Maybe 4.
I'd maybe knock a
maybe
half
4
point
if you're
off of
being
that.
generous.
I'd maybe knock a point and a half off that. But, you know, point is, let's talk about it. So, story and setting for Promised Neverland Season 2.
We start off right at the very end of the amazing first season.
First season kicked ass.
They have escaped Gracefield House.
Mm-hmm.
They are into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And they are very quickly overwhelmed by their surroundings.
Literally, so this is one thing I fucking love about those first couple episodes, is they tell you right off the bat, this is different. Like, literally, the whole first season it was very stressful, strenuous. It's all this, you know, secretive stuff, you know, trying to outsmart each other. It's a big old chess game. But one thing you can definitely say about it is it's quiet.
Yeah.
It's all in secret and shadows. And this one, the first thing you see is these children getting chased by a big ass monster through the woods.
Berserk CG monster.
Just screaming bloody murder as they're running away from this thing.
Season 2 of Promised Neverland to Season 1 is what Aliens is to Alien. It's very similar to that. Now, hold on. Let me say that. I think Aliens is a good movie.
So I think I know what you mean.
I think Alien is an amazing movie.
First of all, has seen neither of them.
Okay.
Aliens is where they got all actiony.
Yes.
Alien is like a survival horror.
Alien is like a monster movie.
Okay. You're being stalked by this thing in the ship. You can't escape. And then Aliens Part 2.
Yeah, it's something. It's, you know. And now for something totally different.
That's where she jumps in the mech and she's like, "You bitch," or whatever.
Yeah. It's where the queen comes out. Great movie. So maybe it's not a total fair comparison, but
Okay, I was gonna say, because when you said that, I was like, wait a minute.
The transition of what the first movie to the second movie is very similar with the transition.
Fair, like in terms of the way they tell the story and subject matter. Okay, gotcha. Again, I have no strong feelings there. I've seen neither of them, but I've heard they're both amazing.
Yeah.
All right, and then 3 kind of sucked.
3 is terrible, dude. 3 is worse than Promised Neverland season 2.
Okay.
It's worse, dude.
Okay. So yeah, you got the kids. They're running away. They're in the woods. They end up meeting some people or demons and whatnot who kind of help them out, which is very different for them, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, how deep do you want to go on this?
You don't have to go very deep.
I mean, basically, they run. The big thing here is that
it feels very cohesive with the first 3 or 4 episodes.
The first few, and then it gets pretty wild.
Then it takes a duck.
Yeah,
it takes the dump, not the diarrhea dump.
But it did shit the bed.
Yeah,
though. It did take that dump in bed, which is not good. You don't shit the bed.
Yeah. But then again, if you do, and you're with somebody that you love, or
Jesus Christ,
or they shit the bed, you should be kind to them. Don't dunk on them for shitting the bed.
Absolutely not. I'm kicking you out of my bed. You don't shit my bed. That's my bed.
Okay.
Look, if we bought this bed together, then that's different. But this is my bed you're in. You don't shit my bed.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, setting wise,
you hear
yes.
that, loved ones. Don't shit Brandon's bed. Okay.
Yeah, you goddamn right. Don't shit my bed. Listen. So setting wise, we start in that forest. We end up in there's a demon city. They're hiding out in a temple, and then there's a whole thing where they're going back and breaking into stuff.
Yeah, they found a great underground bunker.
Yeah.
And you know what? I can tell you right now, if you watched season 1 and then into season 2 to where they find the underground bunker, and there's an episode where it kind of ends where they all ate and they're super happy, just end it there.
Just cut it off.
Yeah.
I will say this. It got to the cut it off point. So this is a thing that we had discussed previously. I was like, what's the bigger disappointment? We're getting a little meta here. What's the bigger disappointment? Promised Neverland season 2 or Wonder Egg Priority? Both from Cloverworks, I'll point out. It's kind of a running joke that they can't finish.
There's where we could start some of that baseless speculation later on.
It's one of those things where it's kind of a running joke that Cloverworks can't finish because people also hated the end of Darling and the Franxx, which I think was them too. I forget.
Yeah, which actually I didn't hate as much as everybody else. But I am also a weird anime veteran.
My point being, I feel like Promised Neverland season 2 got to that you can stop it here point quite a bit earlier than Wonder Egg for me.
Yeah, I mean,
I could drop it about 9 or 10 on Wonder Egg, maybe 8.
What was the episode? What was it around 8 when the first pet died?
Yeah,
that's where it was total cut.
Well, if they killed a dog in this one, you'd really hate it.
Yeah.
Anyway, story wise, it's all fucked.
Yeah,
it's all fucked, y'all. We'll talk. Look, we're gonna breeze through these first several and just get straight to the je ne sais quoi. So
yeah,
what's next? Characters in development.
I mean,
there ain't a ton.
Yeah, there's not a lot.
There's a little bit.
But if you like the characters from the first season, you still got your same likable characters. Yeah. And hey, what did you know? Norman comes back pretty quickly.
Yeah, man, that's a big spoiler. Who cares? If you've seen it, you've seen it.
Don't care. Norman comes back, and it's kind of lackluster.
Yeah, there's a few new characters. These
that's
Lambda
around
kids.
whenever it starts getting worse.
Yeah,
because I think the reveal of Norman was good. Well, not good, but I think it was okay. And then that episode after where they were dealing with Norman and his
Lambda friends.
I think that was the 6th episode. Yeah, his Lambda friends. It started to showing signs of building some suspense there, and then it just dwindles all back away.
That's when they farted.
Yeah,
and then the turd started coming.
They farted and their eyes got really big. They're like,
oh no, oh no,
I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
And it's like, wait, can I roll out of bed and get to the bathroom within the next couple episodes? Oh no, turd!
Yeah,
that's what happened.
I'm sick.
Oh no. All right. So yeah, there's I think the most egregious part of the characters in development for me is one, the handling of the character of Isabella, wherein they give you this bit where they're like, and from what little I've read and researched about this, it seems like this was very anime original or whatever. A lot of this is anime original. Yeah. Where I
think it's fair to say too, just to get this out of the way, we did not read the manga.
Yeah.
And we have absolutely no intentions to.
Yeah, I don't plan on doing it. I hear it's very good. I get that. I know people really love the manga.
I sell it at my store. I can sell it to people, but I know how many books it is. 20-something books.
But so there's a bit in there where in the show where they basically go to Isabella, the bad guys and everything, the mom from the first season, and they're like, they want her to hunt him down. And then she's just gone for a while.
Yep.
And then she comes back in a vastly different position than where she was. And that's the one I think I talked about previously in one of our previous rambles like months ago, where I was like, I really feel like I remember watching these episodes and thinking, okay, I missed something. Because this, how did we go from there to here? Are they gonna do like, you know, OVAs or something where they explain some of that stuff? No, apparently not. Of course not. No, never. And then there's like the whole thing with freaking Rattree, who just shows up, gets like 5 minutes of backstory, and then dies as if he's very important.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, who's that though?
I think I watched it. I just had a fresh watch.
Yes, you watched it. I did not rewatch it. I watched it when it was new, and I watched a couple clips.
Pretty much a whole half of an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they really tucked in his whole history in that half of an episode.
But like they introduce him the episode previous to that, and then they give you that, and then he's like, "All right, I'm out."
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
At least I will say that I got the feeling I understood who he was.
Okay.
They did enough, just enough, that I understood what was going on. I kind of understood his motives.
Yeah. Rattree's a big bad. That's all you really need to know.
Yeah, he's a big bad with not much to him.
Yeah. Anything else to say about characters and development? Not really.
No, not at all. Because there's really, you got the Lambda kids. You get no explanation as to why they are the way they are, other than they were abused with experiments.
Yes, they were experimented on and whatnot, and they're all they hate demons, and why wouldn't they?
Yeah,
it makes sense. Hey, you know what? I get it. Thumbs up, bro. Yeah.
Yep. So
art and
animation.
It's all right.
I thought it was it was good. It lost a whole lot of what made the first season really good. Is it had a bunch of cool, I don't know if you would call it cinematography or
I mean, close enough.
What would you call it in
the equivalent to in animation?
It had the like long hallway shots, super suspenseful shots. These are all gone here.
Those bits where like you have a very slow walk up the stairs and stuff. It's all in first person to like really hammer in the like suspense and the paranoia of the moment. But
I thought personally, the animation was serviceable.
Yeah.
Aside from, I don't think it was, it wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was, the most one I've ever seen, probably.
Yeah, I'm with you mostly.
Yeah,
I feel like
except for the Berserk CG monster.
Yeah, the bits of CG were not great, and
that was the only thing that I really remembered seeing that was like truly egregious.
I do feel like it took a dip toward the end, particularly like not even like just like people are off model, but I mean like. There's a bit where Homeboy like kicks in a door, I remember, and it's like literally just one frame of him like halfway in the door. Like that's the whole scene. That bit at the very end that's just a slideshow was really egregious, but that's a totally different conversation, I think.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know if that's something I would knock off for animation.
I mean, there's the lack of animation.
Look good. Like there was a demon dragon. What the fuck was up with that?
Apparently that's God.
Oh, good.
I think is what I read. I don't know.
That's what I expected God to look like anyway.
Yeah, big weird dream demon dragon. But yeah, I mean like honestly, like a solid 20 to 30% of that last episode is just still images, and it kind of blows.
Yeah. I say it probably lasts for, I don't know what the full percentage. The slide montage at the end there.
That's maybe 5 minutes, but I'm saying there's other stuff in there.
It's about 3 minutes or so long.
There's other bits in there where like
you got a little track playing over it, and then you get probably 150 chapters in a few slides.
Yes, but I'm saying there's also bits in there where like they just have like one like here's the frame and just sit there for a second, and then we're on to the next thing.
I think I get what you're saying. Like they're in a certain scenery area, and it's just them talking. Yes.
And there's like no animation. It's like just nothing.
They get into the elevator. They go into that shaft before the door. They're talking there for a while.
God, fucking door.
Then we do the slideshow. Mom's playing guitar in the park.
Why was the pin the key to open the door?
I don't know, dude.
the pen's like new techno. That door's like made of stone. It's like clearly several hundred years old.
Technology and shit, dude.
It don't make
How the fuck does technology work?
I'm getting to my
Alien
roasting early. All
technology,
right,
dude.
how about demons, sir?
Yeah.
Not aliens, demons. All right, music and sound.
It's good.
I like the intro and
Yeah.
outro. They're very good.
I even think the inner working sound design is good.
Yeah.
I gave it a good listen because while the silence and the creaking of stairs and the different atmospheric things the first season built really well, this one filled everything out with good backing music. There was good backing tracks. There was I watched some of the sub. The sub was still really good. The dub was really good. The voice actors are pretty good for Promised Neverland. There was nothing bad about the sound design, and especially the first song is a banger. It's a good. That whole intro is very good.
Intro's decent.
That's where they blew all their budget, baby.
That's where they were like, oh, we made a real good intro. How about the show? It's all right.
Did you see that intro?
See that intro though? Outro's all right.
Yeah, it is all right.
Check out this little demon girl. She's walking around. What's her name? Mujika?
Yeah, Mujika
That's a weird name.
and Sanju.
Sanju.
All right.
All right. So do we want to just talk about it and then get into our basis of speculation or what?
I mean, why not just mash it all together? Who
I'll
cares
just mash
at
it
this
all
point?
together.
We're not gonna ramble in this one, so
Yeah.
this is coming out on Halloween, so I'm coming home tomorrow from work, directly after work, to edit this and the videos for the week and get them up.
All right. So I'm just gonna shit on this show for a second. If
Okay.
that's okay. So the thing about this show is that it is bad. And I could stop there, but I won't. I feel like there's so many moments in here where like, and again, like I get it. I've read people's opinions on it. Every time I try to look up someone's like, I literally Googled a few different times, like, why is Promised Neverland season 2 bad? And every comment I find, it was like, I read the manga and they messed up. They left out this and they left out that and they messed it all up and they went animated. And I get that. That's totally valid criticism if you're a manga reader. For me, I didn't read it and I still thought it was bad. For me, it's like, there's a lot of stuff in there where they set up a lot of things that go nowhere. They're in this bunker and there's like all these scratches on the wall that are like help and whatever. And it's like, okay, does that mean something? No, it doesn't matter because that's going to get bombed out and they're going to get chased off and they're gone from there anyway. So who cares?
It did mean something in the manga.
I'm sure it did. Sanju has a moment where they just help they just help the kids and they send them off, and Sanju's a big demon guy and they don't eat humans. They're good demons or something. They only eat stuff that is free range and grows in the wild. And he's like, he has a moment where he says, oh man, can't wait for those humans to start populating in the wild so that then it's okay that we eat them. I really want to eat some humans. Goes nowhere. Sanju is gone, then he comes back and it's never spoken of and he's just a good boy. There's a whole thing where like the fucking Batman Superman line where dude is about to kill the little demon girl, which I think
I did look that up. It is the anime original.
It's like
Both of those characters are.
that would be so cool if like he is forced to actually commit the crime. The whole thing is like, dude is like, we got to kill the demons. We're going to kill all the demons. We're going to slaughter all the demons. It's like, all right, motherfucker, you talk a big game, kill that demon. And he's about to do it. And then it turns out the little demon he's about to kill, the small girl, little baby demon, her name is Emma, which is his friend's name. And he's like, oh no. It's like, okay, weird. And then it turns out the old man demon who helped him, who's like gets in there and stops it. Also like
Zurich, I think is his name.
Yeah, he's super important because he was actually there with the what is it, the evil-blooded girl or whatever, who is Musica. Okay. And then also he 15 years ago found this dude who was dying. He just happened to have one of them little info pins on him. Now that info pin, the cool thing about that, it has the thing, the information that will heal all of those crazy, horrible like stuff that the Lambda kids are going through. They're gonna die and they're going
Once
crazy
you finish
and
this
hurting.
thought, I want to add something in here.
Okay, they're going all crazy and stuff, and it's like, okay, so that's a cure 15 years ago, but this is all experimental stuff. Does that not imply that it's new stuff? All right, whatever. You have a thing?
Yes. One thing that really irked me in this instant was that backstory of the dude that he found.
He just finds a dude.
That dude is a nobody too. I thought for sure it was going to be
like Minerva or something.
Yeah, Minerva or Peter Rattray. No, that guy just got gunned down in an alleyway.
That's just a dude. That's just a dude who had a thing.
It was just a dude with a pen.
And he had a pen that had the absolute perfect information that they needed
Everything
to one.
they needed, and they knew right away, let's put this in the pen.
To not only had the info from 15 years ago, had the info to cure this stuff that they're going through, but also had a map and all the routes for security of the place they need to break back into to save the kids. But they just broke out of there. Wouldn't they have like beefed it up a little bit? Who gives a shit? This is 15 years ago. It's the same stuff. Why wouldn't it be?
The absolute convenience.
The moment that really got me where I was like full on, oh, it really is shit, is when they have a bit where one of the Lambda kids at the end of the episode is radioing the bad guys and being like, hey, they're gonna be coming on this night. And it's like, oh, cliffhanger into that episode. Yo, that's some real fucking shit. Oh, that's some real fucking intrigue. Oh man, that's so crazy that he's turning on him. And not a joke, 30 seconds into the next episode, they show that same clip. Yeah, they're coming through. And Norman's standing right there because, haha, you thought it was intrigue. No, that's part of the plan. We knew that was going to happen. That was all set up. It's like, okay, but you couldn't let me think it was going to be something for a second. It's bad. It's bad. They break into the place and, like, they couldn't deal with these demons at all. They were getting their ass kicked by
kind of undermine the bad guy even more, too.
Yes.
Because they outright just let him think that's the case the whole time.
Oh man, these kids have had so much trouble fighting these demons. The Lambda guys were the only ones who could actually like straight up kill him. But then like the final assault on the thing, they're breaking in, they just hit him with a pipe and knock him out. What? You just knocked out a demon. Yeah, I'm strong now. What? As you can see, I'm swole. What do you mean? Why would that happen? I just didn't like it. I didn't like it, and like, fuck Goldie Pond. I don't care about Goldie Pond. I'm sure if I read the manga, I'd love Goldie Pond. I hear that dude with the crazy hair. Oh, people love him. He's a big deal. That's great. Hey, power to you. I'm sure it's great. I bet if I read that, I would fall in love with it, and then I'd read all the mangas. I'm not gonna read all the mangas.
Yeah.
I don't care about Goldie Pond. It's fine. But the show sucked.
Yeah. And it's not like, the common complaint here always is that, oh, it went anime original. That isn't always bad. That's the thing, is that
you gotta mix up a little bit.
Yeah. Full Metal Alchemist, the first one was anime original for most of it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
Look,
Brotherhood's better.
Yeah.
But it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's also way longer.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, it's similarly.
Eh.
But it started out, and we knew early on that it was going to be anime original, and that wasn't really what tanked it. It wasn't even, in my opinion, once again, let me go ahead and stress this, or state this if I haven't. I didn't think it was so tanked to where it was just absolute dog shit. I just didn't think that it was good.
Yeah.
I just, I wasn't offended by it. It wasn't something that, I outright have regrets from watching it. It was just something that I did. It happened.
I'll say I felt a little offended by it, only because some of the stuff they set up and then don't pay off, or they say this is going to be a big deal and then it immediately is disproven. I felt like it was a little insulting to my intelligence. Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, dude. But, you also watch that WWE and they just find Brock Lesnar $1 million.
1 million all caps dollars. We can't keep dipping into wrestling. We're going to lose our whole audience. Anyway,
there's got to be a small sect out there like, dude, I fucking like that these guys like wrestling.
I'm just gonna start talking about Dungeons and Dragons every now and then. See if we
are the
pick
Ben
up.
Kissel, dude.
Oh God. Anyway, you were saying it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's not offensive to me. It's just not that bad. It's not good.
That was definitely not good.
It's not good.
I get you,
but it's not that bad. And really, when you go to try and find a decent opinion that you can really get some insight from online, it's just, well, it went anime original. Well, the manga, well, who fucking cares? What happened to this?
Yeah. So the thing is,
why did this end up so
that's
bad?
What I'm saying is everything I read is just like, oh, they cut out Goldie Pond. I'm like, okay, I get it, fine. But I really feel like there must be more to it. My original thought, if we're getting into the baseless speculation, my original thought was, it feels like, I know people were pissed off that they were skipping stuff in the manga, and I know that they have the show. I don't think there's any way they were started airing episode 1 and 2 and hadn't finished up the last couple. I think more likely than not, they threw in that freaking recap episode in the middle to give them some time because the production team or whoever, the people that make the big decisions were like, hey, it's getting shit on. We don't think it's gonna last, so just like cut together an ending. Yeah. Which we know that happens sometimes, you know. We know I always go back to Stars Align, which is a show that like was supposed to get 24, only got 12, and dude was like, I'm not recutting it. You're only getting half. And like, respect. But this one, it felt like it was supposed to get more and didn't, so they were like, fuck it, just throw it together. Yeah,
another good one that I can think of is that did this very well.
The manga thing
was Flowers of Evil.
Yeah,
it wasn't gonna get a second season, so the very end scene, they finish off the arc that they're on, and the very end scene is a giant flash of the horrible things that are to come in the manga.
Yikes.
So it builds enough intrigue where you're trying to look up all these things that are happening to find out what's going on, and it's a big ploy that they're telling you to, hey, go read my work.
Yeah, go check the manga.
Pick up the book, read it. And that is what anime is for, generally, is to make you go read the manga if there's a manga available. It's like, Ninja Turtles is a cartoon, so you go buy some fucking toys.
Yeah, dude.
And I think that is kind of what has what tanked the show a whole lot, is that the manga was ending right around, I don't remember exactly if it happened in or right before, but the manga wrapped up as the anime was going. They're like, well, we don't have shit else to sell.
Yeah.
And maybe we can combine those together, and they're like, people are already not liking this. Yeah, just get rid of it,
Yeah.
And it also, it does seem like it was plagued with some production issues.
Oh yeah.
You also get those 0.5 episodes if things are having production issues or something.
Not to mention that this was also like they got it all fucked up. They had to push it back because COVID. We were in a fucking pandemic too.
Sure.
There was so much that went wrong.
Yeah, there's tons of things, and the anime only got 11 episodes.
Right.
That's not a fucking.
And one of them was a recap.
Yeah.
Bummer.
That's not enough.
Bummer, dude.
Yeah.
It's shockingly similar to Wonder Egg.
It really is.
It's upsettingly similar.
I think they were the same season too.
Yeah. No. Wonder Egg was after. It was season after, wasn't it? Wasn't that spring? We'll look it up later.
Yeah, we'll have to look it up later.
Look, we're here for a good time, not a accurate time.
But I would like to hope that this wasn't like an issue of people being worked to death or whatever. And then
I would hope not.
I know that there are episodes where nobody wants to claim. Like,
I'm sure there was some of that. If my part is true, then there had to be.
Yeah.
If what I thought was true, there had to be. If they had to like recut some stuff and throw it together, like just to get it going at the end there, then for sure some people were sleeping under their fucking desks.
I think I really do think that it seems like the studio probably just didn't care anymore. Like they're not gonna make as much money off this because the books are done.
And we do need to point out, like, again, all basis speculation. So Cloverworks was the one doing it, but if that decision was made, it was definitely not them that made it. It would have been the like production like group or whatever. Like the people who were putting up the money for the shit, because they're the ones putting up the money, and if it's not gonna make us money, well fuck it, right?
Yeah.
Let's just cut it together. Who cares? These stupid kids, just put it out. Just put it back in.
Yeah.
And they'd put it back in. I don't know.
I mean, it definitely fell apart.
Yeah. Look, someone was making decisions. Decisions were made, and shit happened.
It was barbecued. It slid right off the bone.
Yeah,
dude.
and that last bit, where like the part we alluded to where like it ends with a fucking slideshow of these little like 10-second
clips. It actually
clips.
has an animated ending.
Very ending, which also is like, okay.
Which is also very different. You know what? And I did see people saying like, well, everybody, for the most part, did not like the manga ending. And I read what the manga ending was. And it did kind of suck.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of people saying, well, go back to the manga if you want the better ending. But actually, don't think that this had to have been a bad ending. If you had a whole lot more flesh there, this could be a perfectly fine and suitable ending.
That is one opinion I remember reading was homie who who works on a website, read some of their reviews sometimes. You know, I like to get my second opinions on things.
Yeah,
Homie says,
stuff. Yeah.
Homie was straight up like, you know, honestly, it's kind of a huge blessing that they just ended up rushing through it and getting to the ending, because Homie did not want to have to sit through like all those story arcs in the manga and the ending that he felt were
that
not
probably
gonna
had
work.
something to do with it too, because the manga ended on a sour note.
Maybe
people were dumping on it.
Yeah. I don't know.
So maybe, you know, I would imagine, baseless speculation altogether, that we are kind of probably onto something here.
Man.
It sucks, because I do think that, once again, I think that could have been a fine ending, not the slideshow, but the very last scene. That could have been really rewarding with a better build.
Yeah, probably. There's just so much of it that doesn't make sense to me, and I again, at times, I really felt like y'all just think I'm gonna sit here and watch this, huh? And well, you're right.
Sorry ass did.
But the thing is, like,
I wasn't pissed. I wasn't like, you know, like, oh, well, that's time I'm never gonna get back in my life.
Yeah.
I've seen things where I felt like that, and that was not this.
I get you. For me, in the end, like, regardless of what production issues, in the end, it didn't even matter. You fucker. Whatever production issues happen, whatever decisions were made by people who perhaps did not have the art in mind or the story in mind, whatever, in the end, none of that matters to me. The thing that matters is that the show was shitty.
Yeah.
And that's really it. It sucked. And it sucks to suck.
Yeah.
Sometimes you suck.
It was stinky doo-doo butt garbage, but
you know, sometimes
but it wasn't stinky doo-doo butt diarrhea garbage.
Sometimes you get your dick sucked, and sometimes the dick sucks you.
And that's
coming from Count Cockula.
Yeah, that's rich coming from Count Cockula.
Fuck
over
you,
here.
dude. Why I gotta be Count Cockula, you son of a bitch?
Suck your cock.
I don't say that. I am not Count Cockula.
I love Count Cockula, man.
There's got to be like
I would be a friend. That would be my friend for sure.
You're a bad person. Anyway.
Friend in need is a friend indeed, am I right?
Fuck you. Anyway, I think that about does it. Again, no scores, but if we had to guess, you'd say around 4 or 5?
I wouldn't give it a 5, no.
Yeah, about 3
that's
and 4.
way too in the middle.
3.5, 4?
I would give it about 3.5.
I don't know. I feel like I could chop it down to like a 2.5, 3.
Okay.
But I just kind of
I think it well, I mean, I could see people, I understand people that think it's anime, maybe not.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's on the low end of an anime, maybe not.
Yeah, I get you.
If that's fair.
I get you. So yeah, I mean, maybe we'll throw up the scores anyway, even though we didn't actually give it scores. We'll just put a little.
Okay.
There you go. It's like
I'm gonna be getting home from work.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be trying to make this as good as I can, as quickly as I can. So
it's a Halloween special, bro. Put a little elbow grease in.
Go to sleep. The spookiest thing, dude, is not getting enough sleep.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Anyway, that's it for this one, I think. I think we said everything we needed to say, so we're going to go ahead and bust on out of here. We are going to take next week off.
Yep.
And then we're coming out the week after that for
Cowboy Bebop.
With the original Cowboy Bebop, the show.
So I think that, let's go ahead and talk about this real quick. We're going to do Cowboy Bebop.
Then we're going to have a little something in between.
Yeah, then we're going to do something in between. Well, I think we have decided, but that could change, so we won't say it right away. I'm excited about it, though.
And then the week after that should be...
Yes, it should be the live
action Cowboy Bebop.
First live action thing we've ever done.
Oh, baby. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a little bit of live action in what do you call the Sturgill Simpson thing?
Oh yeah. But this one's gonna be on par with that. It's gonna be weird, and it's also a Netflix series. So
yeah, man, and I'm horny for it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bust me a nut.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
I'm rock hard.
It's looking pretty good. Well, hey, let me get my buddy Count Cockula for you.
Oh!
I heard you were rock hard.
Whip it out, my dude.
A friend in need is a friend indeed.
It's cool between bros. Jesus Christ. We can't keep making these jokes.
Oh, no, they're terrible, but they're funny.
Anyway.
Kind of like a show that I've been enjoying.
Okay, we'll talk about it next time. Yes. But yes, week off, Cowboy Bebop, something else. Cowboy Bebop live action is our coming schedule. In case any of y'all were curious and wondering and want to stay abreast of what's going on with the boys. So, with that said, I think we hit the plugs and get on out of here.
Yep.
So thank you so much for listening. We'll make this quick. Like and subscribe if you're checking us out on YouTube. Please give us 5 stars and a comment on whatever podcatcher you're using, iTunes. They're called podcatchers, apparently. That's what you're supposed to call. I heard somebody say that.
I always heard them called Find Podcasts, wherever you can find podcasts.
Well, yes, that you find the podcast, but the thing you find them in, your iTunes or your Stitcher or whatever, is called a podcatcher. Wow. I don't know who came up with that one. I don't think that's real. I think I'm getting trolled.
I think it's wherever podcasts are hosted.
Yes. Wherever they're sold, even though we don't sell them. Yeah. But yes, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, whatever you're on, give us a 5 stars, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, check us out on Spotify, give us a follow there, like and subscribe on the YouTube. I think I already said that. Thank you so much. Check out.
I want to ding your dong.
Oh God. Yes. Please click the bell so we can send you notifications. That's what dinging your dong is. This guy. But yes, what else? Oh, all the links in the description wherever you're watching this. We got the social medias. We got the Twitter. We got the Facebook that we don't use. We got the Discord that we're on every now and then. Tag us if you want to actually talk. And if you leave a comment anywhere you see the Good Buddies Anime Podcast, that's us. We will find it. We will, if you leave us a question, we'll talk about it on air on a future ramble. It'll be a good old time. Thank you so much. I think that about does it. You guys want to take us out on, big boy?
No, dude, I think you should bring Count Cocula back for it.
All right. Well, from all of us here at the Good Buddies universe, I am your good buddy, Brandon.
And I am your good buddy, Roger.
Just the tip, yeah?
Love you.
Love you.
I want to suck your dick.
No.